If you ask me today, does nepotism really work? Of course it worked. Bollywood was a bubble that was completely man-made. Only powerful people were able to do magic. If you have the money, if you have 10 lakhs every day, every month to pay, you are the most popular person. You
True.
want to come in Bollywood pages, per pictures 25,000. Yeah, do you have the money? There are 100 of Bollywood pages right now. Some actresses wear skimpy clothes. People say, oh my God, how does she wear this? What is her parents thinking about it? How do they kiss in the screen? It is hard work. Now, if you need to be nude in front of camera, why are you not comfortable? There must be something which is not right. Maybe you're not confident with your body. Maybe you're not really confident about your sexuality itself.
हाय एंड वेलकम टू तेज टॉक्स। आज के हमारे जो गेस्ट है वो इस कंट्री के वन ऑफ द बेस्ट एंड मोस्ट रिनोन्ड मेकअप आर्टिस्ट्स में से एक है। लेकिन नॉट जस्ट दैट, ही हैज़ डन एंड वर्कड विद सो मेनी सेलिब्रिटीज़, सो मेनी एक्ट्रेसेस, सो मेनी एक्टर्स कि हम लोग देखते ही रह जाते हैं। उन्होंने उस चीज़ का व्लॉग भी किया जो वो करते हैं, और वो व्लॉग्स भी बहुत फेमस हुए, बहुत कंट्रोवर्सीज भी हुई। ही इज़ अ पर्सन हु इज़ ऑलवेज एसोसिएटेड विद अ लॉट ऑफ एक्ट्रेसेस, और वो एक्ट्रेसेस के साथ ही बहुत सारी और चीज़ों में भी फंसे हुए रहते हैं। तो इन्हीं कुछ बातों पे, इन्हीं कुछ चीज़ों पे, इन्हीं कुछ इंडस्ट्री के अंदर की बातों पे हम लोगों ने थोड़ा सा जोर डाला है। थोड़े से ऐसे क्वेश्चंस किए हैं जो आप लोगों ने सोचे होंगे, जो मैंने सोचे थे घर पे बैठ के कि अच्छा ये इंडस्ट्री में कैसे होता होगा, वो कैसे होता होगा। इन्हीं चीज़ों पे बात की है। तो पॉडकास्ट एंड तक देखना, एंड के कुछ टॉपिक्स आर वेरी सीरियस। सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले, लेट्स गो। हाय एंड वेलकम। So thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you so much for calling me and letting me speak my words.
Oh
so
my God,
thank
oh
you
my
so
God,
much,
oh my
Tej,
God.
for this day.
I am humbled and I am superbly excited कि ये बहुत ही amazing podcast होने वाला है, because we are going to talk about so many things that are coming.
Yes.
So first of all, and the at most amazed question that I have, how did you start?
By mistake, I can say. It was complete mistake. Of course, like every Indian, I think you have that dream of becoming an actor as a child. So from the age of 3, my dream was definitely being an actor, because that's the biggest platform we have been growing up watching. But then when I was 15, 16, I was really lucky. My sister got married to an actor down south, and I got to know the problems and cons and issues of
The industry?
the industry.
Okay.
And suddenly I was this huge fan of Manish Malhotra, and I'm actually born and brought up in Germany.
Okay.
So sitting in Germany, it was like this huge craze of Hindi films and Manish Malhotra.
Is it that Kuch Kuch Hota Hai time?
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Okay.
Definitely that time, the 90s.
Okay.
And definitely then my second aim after not being an actor was, okay, I want to be this designer, because I was quite creative. And I always wanted to be a designer. So I left Germany to do my degree, BSc in fashion designing in Bangalore. And I was doing, my BSc in fashion designing 3 years. And I went back to Germany, had a really bad experience, because you need to start then working, and that my mind was not there. My mind was here.
What bad experience?
I mean, of course, the 9 to 5 jobs, and Germany being such a strict country. And my dream was films. I always loved films, and though I never wanted to be an actor after that anymore, but films was the main core. And living in Germany, it was holding me back. And I just got to know about this course, which was in Delhi in Pearl Academy, known as FMM, Film Media Makeup, which someone told me it's a course about styling, because I did already my BSc fashion designing, and I was working as a merchandiser in Germany. And then I came back to India to do the course in Pearl Academy. On day 1, I got to know it's not a styling course, it's a makeup and hair course for media.
So it was a mistake.
It was a complete mistake, because I paid the first semester. My teacher said that they can't pay me the money back. So I was stuck, and I was like, I don't want to do makeup and hair. I want to become a stylist, because around the 2000s, styling was just coming up. It was this new cool job to become a stylist. But then I got to know, no, it's a makeup and hair. And my teacher just said, Shan, even if you want to go to Bollywood, you need to know the basic knowledge of makeup and hair to become a great stylist. So do the first semester, finish the first semester, and then go back to Germany if you want, because my mom would have killed me, my sisters would have killed me, because you spend so much of money and suddenly you get to know that the course is completely wrong. But then I listened to my teacher and I did my first semester. I attended, though I was very lazy. I was not going to the class and all. My teacher was Ashima Kapoor and Avleen Kokar. They were from Delhi. And Avleen ma'am used to say, Shan, just do this first semester and then leave.
Okay.
So then towards the end of the first semester, I was really lazy. My roommate was Aditya Walia, the stylist of Vogue and all, now today, but and Asta Sharma. So they were all my classmates, college mates. And Aditya was my roommate who did degree in that time in Pearl Academy. So my teacher saw him at the canteen and she was like, tell him at least to come and do the exam of the first semester and tell him to style it also, so that he can maybe take this paper and the pictures, because we were getting free portfolio done.
Right.
So she said, at least let him do it. So I got a model. So I was very excited when I heard this. And he came to my home and he was like, Shan, you should actually go and do this exam. I was very excited. I got this things arranged. No one in my class did it. And it was the 1950s looks which we had to create, which was taught us. And somehow, because of overall styling and of course doing hair and makeup, which I was only listening every day, I became the class topper. And that's when my life completely changed. Because even my teachers couldn't believe that I did this hair and makeup, because I was always a little bit quiet, standing in the back thinking I'm going to leave this course. But on that day, because of that free portfolio, and I got this really good model who was a student in the college itself, and I did her hair and makeup. It was 1950s theme. And I became the class topper. And my teachers were shocked. Avleen ma'am, Ashima ma'am, and Savita Sharma ma'am, who was our HOD. So they were all so shocked. They called me to the room and they briefed me saying, Shan, you have some kind of a hand which nobody noticed before, because I was not really clear.
Right.
But that's when Avleen ma'am said, you know, sometimes people need to change their lives. You're too talented and you should take it serious. And that's when I started taking it serious. From second semester, I started making money through my classmates itself, because all of them were loaded and they were calling me for their aunt's wedding or their sister's makeup and their cousins. From second semester, I started making a lot of money, where I got more interest into makeup. And then in the third semester, I started working with Mona Singh, being in the colleges, because second semester also I became the class topper. And then from the third semester, I started working. And then I got that value of, oh, wow, this is the reason for me to go to join Bollywood. Because one thing Avleen ma'am told me, I will never forget, to be a designer, it's really expensive and you need to spend a lot of money. You need to have the sources, you need to have everything. Being a makeup artist is really easy. If you have a really good kit and if you have a really good hand, job can come and you can go and do with anyone. That really inspired me. And yeah, after my third semester, I never looked back. So that's when my journey started.
Who would have thought that someone like Shan did it by mistake?
That's everyone. Whoever talks to me, they are like shocked. They always say, oh my God, was it by mistake really? I say, yes. The first day of my class, I remember when they used to say about hair and makeup, I was like, this is not what I want. Because in my head, it was Manish Malhotra. I want to be the next Manish Malhotra, you know? Right. So I was such a huge fan of that man that I was like, no, I want to be Manish Malhotra. But it really changed my life. So
is it still there? Do you want to be?
No, not at all. No, I'm too happy what I'm doing. It's a very easy job. Makeup and hair is not rocket science, first of all. If you have a really good kit and if you are creative, I think that's a great place to make money. Nowadays, there's fame and the value of makeup artists have gone up completely. It's not like how it was 18 years before when I started. 18 years before, makeup and hair means parlor wali, you know? वो था हर लोगों का मन में, हाँ पाला वाली आ रहा है, पाला वाला क्या? All my cousins used to ask, ये क्या है? Will you go and do शादी माला makeup and all? And I was like so confused in the starting, but today makeup and hair is also a cool job, you know?
Right. So, but were there any मतलब थोड़ा घर वालों का, were there restrictions or the pushback?
No one knew till I made it big, because they all thought I'm a stylist. So sometimes we need to keep some secrets to make it, right? Fake it till you make it and keep some secrets there.
My God. And so my whole take from this conversation is that you started with Mona Singh, and then that was the point where you started entering into the mainstream media.
No, I didn't. So I was really lucky because I was class topper both the
Both
first
years,
semester and
yes.
second semester. I got immediately the opportunity to work with Mona Singh, with a very known makeup artist in Delhi in that time,
Okay.
through my teacher. And only the class toppers could go and work. So Mona Singh was doing a reality show in Delhi, and I was working in that reality show as his assistant. And when he was
Okay.
busy, I used to do her makeup. But then still I was clueless because as an assistant, you can't go to Mona Singh and say, please take me for work. And we were not allowed to talk to Mona Singh really. But Mona Singh used to give me a lot of energy, like, oh my God, your hand is really good, or you should move to Mumbai. You know, those kind of things really inspired me. But the day my course got over, I did get multiple job opportunities.
Okay.
One was with Ambika Pillai. She was one of the most known makeup artists there, who gave him the Guinness Book of the Recorders. And I got the opportunity to work with photographers. But the thing was that I went for the interview with Ambika Pillai, and the first thing she asked me was like, what do you want to become as a makeup artist? And my answer immediately was a makeup artist in Bollywood. And in that time, because she was from the background from fashion, they used to see films like, oh, you want to become a Dada? You know, Dada's life is not great in Bollywood. And
Right.
they used to scare me. And I was very clear I didn't want to work with them. But I was really, really lucky that Ambika Pillai's sisters, who were Gopika Pillai and Renuka Pillai, who was really known in Delhi in that time. Gopika Pillai was into shows, and
Right.
Renuka Pillai had her own news channel, like Aaj Tak News Channel. I was really lucky to work with them for almost 1.5, 2 years, assisting them. I was also the head of Aaj Tak News Channel because Renuka Pillai used to handle Aaj Tak News Channel, and Gopika Pillai used to handle all the fashion shows. So I was the senior stylist, makeup and hairstylist with them, doing the best of the best. And those 1.5 years as mentor, gurus, बहुत help किया, especially Gopika ma'am and Renuka ma'am, बहुत help किया, because they really told me the truth. So just don't run to Bombay and become a Dada. Make your name in Delhi first, and then go to Mumbai. Then you will get accepted easily.
Right.
And I was listening to them also. It's not like today's Gen Z who says, oh, humko to malum
Very
hai, we
quick.
know everything. No, I was listening to them also. But it helped me also really a lot. So once I was doing this show with Gopika ma'am for Satya Pol in that time. And there was this model known as Sonalika Sai, very big model and top model. And she was like, hey, your hand is really good. There is this agency known as Elite Model Agencies, which is looking for Indian makeup artists in India. And there's this agency coming in Delhi. So she said, you should go and meet them the next day. I went, did a look test with them. And I was immediately signed in with Elite Modeling Management internationally. And that's when my life completely changed.
So I'll take you a little back on the question. We all see this life from outside.
Yes.
As an audience, as a person who is viewing, and we see a lot of glamour. Jaise abhi aapne bola, you feel a lot of people, very big names, a lot of lights, cameras, actresses, models coming in. How is the life behind? That would be my question. How is because we have seen movies like Fashion. We have seen movies which shows models to be someone in a very bad mental state. And we have also seen people who are very, very, very happy doing what they are doing.
Yes.
So what is it and what has it been for you throughout the years working in the mainline media before Bollywood?
So as I said, I was really lucky with Gopika ma'am and Renuka ma'am because they were the top #1 makeup and hair people in Delhi in 18 years before. I was really blessed to see how the fashion world was through my eyes. And I was really lucky to see what the bridal world was.
What was it?
Lots of money, lots of paisa. So I could see that. And the only one thing I couldn't see and what my dream was Bollywood. But I was sticking around there because Gopika ma'am told me one thing, Shan, make your hands so clean. Once your hand is so clean, any actors will work with you and get the experience, get all the experience you can. And working with them for 1.5 years, I was so lucky. I was doing tons of shows. I was doing day and night, by the way. I was working in the day with Renuka ma'am in Aaj Tak News Channel. In the evening, I would do with Gopika ma'am fashion shows, and at night I would go and work somewhere else. So I was working like that in those 1.5 years. But after joining Elite, I was really lucky. I started getting immediately good work with, like, in those days there were magazines like Marie Claire, Verve, which is no more there nowadays, but even Vogue, to everything I was started working. So I was able to see how fashion world works and how the bridal world is. So I was really lucky. Maybe in my 6th month with Elite Model Management, I was working with Vogue, and I was working with a socialite who was really huge in that time. And they were having a story about her in the Vogue magazine. And I was doing her makeup, and in the end of the makeup, she was like, "I'm getting married. Would you like to do my makeup?" Which was really shocking for me, because she asked me, and this is a really big family it was. So I said yes, but the only thing she said, because for Vogue, I made her look a little bit darker, because Vogue wanted that international feel, because most of the time Indian makeup artists make people look much more fairer. But Vogue wanted me to do her look dusky and all, and she loved it. And she was like, "Will you do my wedding?" And I said yes, where my teacher was, my guru, Renuka ma'am, was like, "Shan, be very careful, because this is a big family. Make her not look too dark, because you might not get work." But somehow it changed my life, because maybe it was for the first time where that kind of a crowd saw makeup much more lighter, duskier, sexier. And I somehow overnight, after her wedding, I started getting tons of work. And then there's this person in the olden days from Dior, Kalyani Chawla from Delhi, who became my client. And one day Kalyani Chawla said, "Okay, Shan," this is how my life actually changed, because I became really popular in the fashion circle in Delhi, doing all these magazine shoots and working with Gopika ma'am in fashion shows. I knew choreographers, and suddenly in the bridal world also, because of Kalyani Chawla, when I got Aisha Mittal, which is really crazy when I talk about it today. It was Aisha Mittal's wedding. So Kalyani Chawla said, one of my friend is getting married. Her name is Aisha Mittal, which I was clueless, because I'm born and brought up in Germany. I was like, "Aisha Mittal, who is this?" She said, no, it's a really important person. How much would you charge for a trial? And I was like, "This is my amount for trial." Which actually I didn't have any amount, but fake it till you make it, guys. So I said, "This is my amount." And I went in this unbelievable huge palace in Delhi, in Prithviraj Road. And they said, "You doing this look test?" I started doing look test. Immediately after look test, this girl, Aisha Mittal, which I didn't even knew who she was like, "Okay, my functions are for 30 days. And that's a big number for an upcoming new makeup artist to say, "Wow, you have 30 days of functions." And I said, "Okay." And I told her my rates and all, everything was okay. And that same night I went, in those days there was known as Models Night. Every Thursday in Delhi, there was something known as Models Night, where models used to organize. I went for this show, and I started drinking and all. And someone asked me, "What are you doing next, Shan?" One of these models. And I said, "Oh, I'm doing this wedding known as Aisha Mittal. She booked me for 30 days. And that's how my life changed, because the next day when I woke up, in all newspaper, it was written in the front page that makeup artist from Germany, Shan Muttatil, is doing Aisha Mittal's wedding, which was a secret wedding, which I didn't know. That's when I got for the first time to know the value of media, how media can ruin your life also. But thankfully, Aisha Mittal was a really sweet girl. She called me up in the morning to ask, like, "Listen, did you give an interview or something like that?" I said, "No, I was at a party and I just was talking, and someone was from the media, which I didn't knew." So they leaked it out, and it was like a big issue, but Aisha was really cool. But yeah, that's how after the Aisha Mittal media news came out, I was all over the place. Like, I was that busy, touch wood, from that time onwards, that I was doing brides day and night. I mean, there were brides who would book me in Agra, like 3 brides together would put me in a hotel, and I would start in the morning till night, and I was working day and night so much that it made me stay in Delhi for 4 years. So I was based in Delhi for 4 years, and I was, though my dream was Bollywood, every day my dream was completely Bollywood. But I was making money, a lot of money. Brides are making me money. Fashion is making me money. I started doing Calcutta Fashion Weeks, and I started having big teams of 20 people. So I was making a lot of money, but somewhere down, I was still dreaming of this Bollywood dream, working on movies, being on set, travel the world. वो मेरा सबसे that was my dream. There was nothing more than that for me in my life. But still, 4 years I was staying there. I was trying to come to Mumbai. In that time, Mumbai बहुत strict था. Mumbai में union card जरूर था.
Right.
So बिना union card, you are not allowed to work in Bollywood. So I was stuck then again in Delhi. But that's when I met Chitrangada Singh in Delhi, and I did her makeup like at a show. And the next day she called me and we became friends. And the first person who really helped me to reach where I am today, I would always say, is Chitrangada Singh, because she was the person who was like, Shan, you are doing my next movie, which was my first ever movie shot in Delhi, Ye Sali Zindagi. And I started shooting it. By that time, Jackie and Lisa were already my friends because they were models in that time.
Okay.
So Lisa was a very close friend of mine, more than Jackie. Lisa Hedden. Because we used to do a lot of fashion shoots together. And then I started doing this movie, Ye Sali Zindagi. Lisa got to know, okay, Shan is doing this movie known as Ye Sali Zindagi. Then he has to do my movie also. Then I said, okay. Then I started doing Dad Rascals, the movie Rascals. And then Jackie got to know. Then Jackie was like, okay, you're doing my movie also, which is Murder 2. And by some reasons, the movie Ye Sali Zindagi couldn't be released. And Murder 2 was released first. And by that time, almost I was in midway whether I should go back to Delhi or should I stay here. But the day the movie Murder 2 released, my life completely changed here too. Because somehow the looks I created for Jackie in Murder 2 was so accepted, because it was the first time Mohit Suri wanted really dusky looking character, like sexy hair, those frizzy. Till that, Bollywood was all very clean and neat. It was really sexy and all. And again, my life completely changed. I threw my SIM away. I moved to Mumbai for 4 weeks. I was living with Chitrangada, but then I was signing movies left, right, center. That in last 12 years, I finished 86 Bollywood films.
My God.
I finished 86 films altogether, like 2 Hollywood films, 2 Telugu films, 1 Kannada films, and the rest all,
You are still, how many
Bollywood
films are you shooting right now?
Right now, 3 films. And I hope it's the last one. Like,
Why is it the last?
I mean, it's really nice when you're young. In your 20s, it's really fun. In your 30s, it's also really cool. But from 40s, you want to have your own.
So
life.
what do you want to do now?
I definitely want to make money. That's my main aim. Okay. But I want to choose now my work. It's not anymore that, oh yeah, I'm going to take everything. And choosing work is right now my priority. Though I've signed these movies much before, but definitely choosing the right movies. If I have to do maybe songs, but for me right now, also balancing life. Because I don't remember my 20s or my 30s at all, because I was working from set to set every day without a life. I have not attended any of my family friends' weddings or cousins' weddings, nothing, because I was so focused on my work that I missed out my 20s completely. 30s are still better, I would say, but my 20s were completely day and night working, which today I don't want to do it anymore. So now, do good jobs, work with good people who makes you happy going back home. And of course, making money is a very important factor in there.
Yeah, I find you like a very positive person, but now also you are saying everything is like, it's rosy. Was it a very steady, because the whole conversation has been going like, this was a very good positive point, that was a very good positive point, but I know we have discussed it already before. There were a lot of things which were happening while you were working and while you were coming to Mumbai.
It's nothing rosy. Nothing is rosy. It just looks rosy. Like 2 days before at the airport, it's really good that you said this. 20 years before, when I came, or when I started working in the industry, there was this incident. I don't want to say the name of the actress and the makeup artist, but 20 years before, it was this big rumor that this actress was traveling internationally, and the makeup artist reached the airport, got to know that the tickets were not business class, and the makeup artist refused to enter the flight and made a U-turn. And when you're young, you listen to all this gossip and you are like, wow, how could they do that? It's just a business class. Why would they? And I was one of it. And all the young kids out there, please don't judge before you reach at that level, because I was one of it. But today, recently, I did it because after a point, you feel so low, because if this happens again and again, and this industry does this to you, it's a cycle.
They don't value you.
It's a vicious cycle. Like, they value you in front of your face, but they actually don't value you at all. And it's with everyone. Everyone is competitive. Everyone are trying to survive, first of all. The truth is, everyone is trying to survive in the city. So, of course, everyone wants to pull you down. And that reaches a point where after an age, you can't take it anymore. It's like you get this mental breakdown, and I did it. And it's so crazy. I recorded even, because I messaged this actress immediately saying, this is what they did to me. And it was so cool for my actress to say, Shan, don't take the flight, actually. Let them learn a lesson, because how many times do you need to repeat? And people might think, oh God, he's so difficult just for a business class. No, it's not about that. It's about the amount of time, the amount of energy you have given in this industry, and the amount of experience you have. And if someone else with more connection comes and takes things much more easier, then you feel bad and you feel low. So there are these ups and downs. And trust me, being in this industry, we were discussing that you definitely need to have the talent, but more than the talent is the surrounding, how you cope up with it, how you cope up with managers. It's one of the most difficult part, because there is always this ego clash between makeup artists and managers, which no one speaks here loud, because the fear of, makeup artists are scared of managers because they can really get you out of the job also. But at this point of my life, I really want to tell it, as a makeup artist, you need to know how to handle all this problem. You need to handle long hours of job, which is 14 hours to 16 hours is normal for us every day. The call times of sleep routine is completely ruined of your life, because my sleep routine is completely wrong right now. And people say, oh my God, still your life is so easy. No, it is not, because you have to, in the end, butter everyone. You have to make everyone happy on set. You have to be this nice person. Otherwise, if you are not this nice person, you are out of your job. And in the end of the day, when you work for so many years in this kind of a place, you don't have any other option than staying there. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So there is a lot of ups and downs. And I know what you are going to talk about is another part, which is also really difficult, because that we need to come a little bit more closer to it. But it's not easy to be a hairstylist or makeup artist in the industry. It's not easy at all. You have to manage the actress's mood. You have to manage their temper. On top of it, you have to manage the managers, which are the biggest pain in the industry. Then you have to manage the problems which is around you. If you have a team, to look after the team. The more you grow, the more bigger team you need. And everything is a struggle in the end of the day, because there are around, what I got to know recently is there is around 14 lakhs of makeup artists and 21 lakhs of hairstylists in a small city like Mumbai. Imagine 14 lakhs of makeup artists and 21 lakhs of hairstylists, because every second person is either makeup or hair. So to come there in the number 10 even is so much of struggle, which I'm still doing. I mean, I don't know when I'm getting replaced. I don't know whether it's so easy in Bollywood to get pushed out. Away. It's just, you are thrown out, and I've seen it. I've seen it to happen to so many people. Today, I was shooting with Dabu Ratnani, one of the biggest photographers for so many years, and I was talking to his wife, and we were just discussing that it's so crazy. We have seen so many people coming, going, so many talented people coming and going, so many, people who needed to be here. But it's a place which takes and sucks out your blood, which you cannot even explain right now. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think only people with experience and age, they can explain it, because I'm still sometimes shocked how rude this industry is.
So we were discussing, and all I get is that you have been lucky enough. You always have been saying that I have been lucky enough to get beautiful mentors, amazing friends, amazing people. So then you started with social media. Right. Because I
That's
saw
when
your
the
vlogs.
downfall starts.
Was it a downfall or was it the rise of the fame of the Shan that we know?
It's definitely the rise mentally, and definitely I'm today. This Shan became Shanmu because of social media, and I'm extremely grateful to this platform. But that's when it started really working the opposite for me for the first time
So
when I
was it
started
because
social
a
media.
makeup artist is receiving the fame just like an actress or actor?
No. The problem was I started with Rani ma'am, Rani Mukherjee, my career, literally. Like if you ask me with the biggest actress I started off 10, 15 years before, it was definitely Rani Mukherjee.
Right.
Definitely Chitrangada helped me, Jackie helped me, Lisa helped me. They all were my friends literally. But my first big actress I really worked in a long term was Rani ma'am. And imagine you're coming from a school like Rani ma'am's, okay, who was really professional, who knows their job so well, and who has been the superstars. Like we don't see superstars. There's no more superstars anymore.
Right.
Like Rani ma'am and all, I would say were the last real superstars who were the stars. Okay. But coming from that point, when I first came to India after my first break, I got a mental breakdown in 2013 because
Why?
because I was working day and night. Like Akshay sir saw me on 5 shoots where he comes for little hours, and he looked at me and said, someone is working more than me, because he would see me in the morning with Jackie, in the afternoon with Chitrangada, in the night with someone else, and then the next day morning with someone else. He used to be like, how are you doing this? Are you not sleeping? I even collapsed on a set, and I was hospitalized because I was not sleeping for 5 days non-stop, and I was working day and night. But that's when I took a break. I went to Europe, back to my place. And one of my friends, she was this manager from LA. And she was like, Shan, come with me to Cannes, and you just come with me and chill here. And that's when I got to know the value of social media. I saw for the first time in 2013 Lily Singh walking the red carpet, and I couldn't even understand who they were.
Right.
And the Kardashians, the mom was there. I remember one of the red carpets, and I was just chilling there with my friend. And one night we went to this party, and I was partying, and I got to know that the Queen of Malaysia was there in Cannes, and she was looking for a Bollywood makeup artist. So this friend of mine, she said, Shan, go and get this Queen ready. She has the makeup kit, because I didn't have a kit. She just said, go and get her ready. I got the Queen Sultana from Malaysia ready. And it was so crazy. If you go really down on my Instagram, it's still there. I take the phone and I said, I'm so lucky. I got the Queen, I got a girl ready, which was actually an older Sultana, and you cannot call them girl or lady or anything. You have to call princess. I said, princess. You had to say Sultana from Malaysia. And it was really funny. The video was really funny. So in the night, I went for this one party, because guys, if you guys want to get into industry, parties are really important. So I went for this one party.
Big tip.
Yeah, it's very important. So I went for this party in Cannes, and there my friend, she introduced me to this one guy, and she was making fun, and she showed him this video what I posted, that I called Sultana the princess. And he saw the video, and he called me. He said immediately, okay, tomorrow morning breakfast together. I said, okay, cool. So me and Aarti, who was my friend, Aarti and me, we went the next day. That's when I got to know he was the head of Google. And he explained me exactly what social media is. And he said, your energy is really good, and you should start vlogging in Bollywood. I had no clue what it was. I had no idea what it was. And he was like, look at some of the videos of Casey. Their videos were really popular in that time, 2013, I'm talking about, 12, 13. And he was like, you should watch his videos. This is what you should do in Bollywood. You should go and change this game in Bollywood. And that's how I became the first Bollywood vlogger, because I was the first person to start vlogging inside the vanity van. Like, what happens to the heroes? What happens to the heroines? And I came very inspired. I was really happy. I bought the cameras, and I was like, okay, now I'm going to become not only the makeup artist, I'm going to become a vlogger too. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy my life. But it was a complete misunderstanding. It just ruined my career there and then, because a lot of stars who are old school and who are grown up watching, because Bollywood is it's still, but it's not anymore that much how it used to be, because of thanks to social media. But I would say 10, 15 years, I would say seriously, like till before pandemic, Bollywood was a bubble that was completely man-made.
Okay.
So, because I've been in this industry for 20 years and I can see the shift so much right now. It was so man-made that only powerful people were able to do magic and the rest of the people not. It was a handful of people. If you remember quite to the 90s or early 2000, you switch on TV, you see the same faces.
Right.
You buy a magazine, you open it, you see the same. The awards to the same.
It was
people.
controlled by
It was all controlled by a handful of people, which is still today. Sadly, it is. I hope it will change one day. But in that time, it was extreme. There was no way you could break it because there was no other, because media was the only one way to get fame or name or the movies, right? But when I came with this dream of, oh, I want to vlog, there were only very little actresses who said or supported me saying, wow, Shan, do it. And I can say the names also, or you can see my vlogs and you can see it's a Jacqueline or it's a Kriti or it's a Shraddha who said with a smiley face, yes, please do it. But there were a lot of girls, which I don't want to name right now, who, like my international manager, got in touch with some big A-grade actresses, managements. And this is, I'm talking about 2015, 16, when they said, oh, why are you guys not working with Shan anymore? What is the reason you guys stopped working with Shan right now? Or why can't you guys do something together? And we would get the reply by saying, oh no, Shan is coming with a camera. We don't want to show our personal life. This is like too annoying, because it was so controlled then. Till to 2020, I would say it was so controlled. And I faced a lot of problems.
What was controlled in a way?
Everything what you see in the media was controlled. Everything is the stories. What if I am the star, what I want to know, the world wants to know about me. That
so there
was
is
only
this
coming
image
out.
that is going on.
It was, of course, image building. That's PR. That's what public relationship do, right? So it was all PR controlled. But social media completely changed the game, because now there is no more media, literally. Who listens to media? And people know that media says only lie, literally. You pay money. If you have the money, if you have 10 lakhs every day, every month to pay, you are the most popular person. You want to come in Bollywood pages, per pictures 25,000. Yeah, do you have the money? There are 100 of Bollywood pages right now. Can you spend so much of money? If you have the crores, yeah, you can. And you can be more popular than anyone else today. But in olden days, it wasn't. It was those magazines, those television channels who could make you the star if they wanted. And if they didn't want it, they could break also. But today, thanks to social media, everyone has the power and you can be the star by yourself.
But then what was the downfall like? Like, how was it on your mental health?
It was completely difficult, because you have this dream. Of course, you work so hard. You want to work with
But
the
then
best.
you could stop, right?
I could have stopped. My manager said this also. My international agent in that time said, Shan, if you want to work with me, you have two options. Either you leave social media and you work with the biggest of the biggest celebrities, or you do your social media and I'm out of your life. And it took me really a lot of time. I was really sad because I worked so hard. Why should I stop my social media? Why? Because I was getting famous. But this was also the time when even the actors or the people, the producers, didn't know the value of social media. Today, I would say, before 2020, social media influencer, where people used to make fun of me. It's, oh, are you now, Shan, you are much more valid as a makeup artist than you being an influencer. And because I would say, when I got the blue tick, I was the first makeup artist to get a blue tick. I say a small example. I remember there were 80% of negativity from the industry saying, why does he need to have a blue tick? He's just a makeup artist, right? Because till that time, it was always actresses wake up how they are. Like, they didn't know that 80s and 90s actresses used to have double lashes, but they woke up like this. Makeup artist was not even valid, right? We were never there in the picture. So when I came up, when I got the blue tick, I still remember I got to know from one friend that one actress was saying that, why does he need a blue tick? Like, what is going to make his life different? And then I got to know from someone else that someone said, oh, he had such a big value. He was such a star as a makeup artist. He's bringing his value down. becoming an influencer, because in that time for Bollywood, influencer means it was looking really down. Oh my God, what are they doing? It was really a cheap side. But today I'm so happy that a lot of influencers work so hard, and today those superstars, they have to come to promote their movies in their channel. They have to come and help promoting their brands. And today it has also split the value of celebrities. Like if you think about it, like I said, like the real superstars I've seen, like definitely Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan and all are the last superstars we have in the country or in this place. I mean, that's what I believe, because earlier, as I said, it was so man-made that whether you like the person or you don't like the person, it was forced to like the person, because you open anywhere. That's why, have you noticed in the 90s and 80s and all, there were always two people. If you don't like this person, you have to like this person.
No, I did not know. Two people.
Oh my God. I mean, look at the eras of, there was always a Jayaprada and a Sridevi. Okay. There was always a Rani ma'am and a Preeti ma'am, because it was how it was. Like you had to like it. Either one you have to like, because it was put in your head. But today I've noticed, especially I spend a lot of time with Gen Zs. And when I spend time with Gen Zs, what I understand is they watch one movie, they don't like the actor or the actress, the first thing is unfollow the person immediately, right? And if you unfollow the person, you don't get to know anything about the person. If you don't follow up today, you don't get to know about anyone. I don't get to know half of the things what people are doing, because it is not anymore put spoon-fed in your head. You have to follow this person. So what is happening with Gen Zs or the young generation? See, who are the real fans? Who makes a person the celebrity? The age group from 8 to 14, 15. Okay, that is the time when actually you make a person star, where you go back home, you dream about the person,
get the posters,
you keep the posters in the house. This is the real, the business is there. Like today, when you look, if I'm a 40-year-old man, if I want to make the 40-year-old my age group fall in love with me, it's not going to happen. Half of them are busy, half of them have kids, half of them are having issues, health issue, this issue, that issue. It's not possible. Who has the time to become the real fan? It's the age group 8 to 14. And they have so much content out there that you will never have superstars anymore, because the stardom has been divided into everyone. And the good part with social media, which I love, when people say, oh, it's bad and this, no, there's audience for everyone. You have audience, whether X and Y doesn't like you, but maybe Z loves you. You know what I mean? So there's audience for everyone, and you need to really work hard. Of course, now you have to work so much more harder, because it's on the moment and on the sand, and that one, push up and down can really change your life. But it is an opportunity for everyone to really become popular. And I really hope the next generation doesn't go back to that, where they go to square one and they start promoting the biggies, where it makes no more sense, because then you are again in that same cycle, because you will be out very soon. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So that's one thing,
So you have been so close to Jacqueline that we see, and others you have already mentioned. So I would like to ask you a question that is in everyone's mind who comes from a different city, different backgrounds, completely away from the Bollywood. What is the life like of an actress or an actor? What is their like the life behind the camera? Because you are the first person who did the vlogging. That was the reason you were bringing out the life of the stars and the vanities and the makeups. You actually, in a way, after YouTube and stuff, we got to know, okay, this is how it is done. When I came to Bombay, I saw a lot of things happening, a lot of things unfolding, in a way. So what exactly would you suggest an actor, someone like who's very young, sitting in some small town, dreaming about the Bollywood, coming into the industry as an actor, as a makeup artist, as anything? Yeah. What would be your take on the industry and life?
Hard work.
So will the hard work make it?
Yes, hard work will definitely make it. It might take time. So there's two ways. Either you are smart, and there's multiple ways. Either you are really lucky and you are born in the golden plates. That's one. Number two is you are really lucky, you have the money. Everything goes with money. If you have the really resource from your family to help you out, of course, it's an easier way. Definitely, you don't need to struggle so much.
Hmm.
But if you are from a normal family, or if you are from someone who has nothing and who has a dream, it might take time. But if you work really hard, none of the A graders, which I need to say this also, because now it sounds like, oh my God, I'm this person who says, oh my God, everything is so man-made.
Hmm.
Of course, it's a man-made industry. It's a complete man-made industry. But I need to say one thing: if you are really, really hardworking and if you don't give up, you don't need to look left, right.
Hmm.
You just need to focus straight. And if you have the goal right, and the goal right in the right way, trust me, it might take time, but there is always, always, always the chance to reach the top.
But we see a lot of Bollywood that is like, we see as in, not that I see, but the image of the Bollywood industry that we have today. The reason why people have started looking down upon Bollywood, looking down upon the industry, thinking about the Bollywood in a way that Bollywood जाके बर्बाद हो जाएंगे, compromises हो जाएंगे, castings हो जाएंगे, couches हो जाएंगे. What is your take on that?
I would not say that as that is the mentality you're grown up with and your upbringing.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong in that. If you ask me today, if after being in 20 years in the industry, people do it in small towns also. Doctors do that. How many doctors I know who has compromised to reach where they are? I know so many engineers who have compromised in their lives. I know so many big companies. I have a lot of friends around the world. Of course, everyone does it. So many people do it for fun's sake. Now, if someone is really smart and if they do it for their career and not thinking it's bad, then there's nothing bad. It is all inside your head.
So don't you think the compromises will lead to nepotism, and that is the reason why a lot of people now today look down upon Bollywood?
I mean, compromises are completely different to nepotism, first of all, if you ask me.
Nepotism is basically getting the opportunity that you don't deserve because of the connections. That is the definition now popular on social media.
Okay, nepotism. I mean, I don't believe in nepotism. I am in the industry. If you ask me today, does nepotism really work? Of course it works. It gives you that one step ahead.
Okay.
Easier to meet the director, easier to get the script, easier to get the movies. But if you ask me also, how many nepo kids has made it big? It's a handful of kids. I have hundreds of nepo kids as my friends. And why are they not doing all well? Why are they not doing well? Because even when you are born in the right family, you need to work that hard to reach somewhere. So that's why I don't believe really in nepotism. But of course, yeah, when you are in the industry, of course, the kids have it easy. But is it not everywhere? A businessman child has it much more easier to become a businessman.
Right.
An engineer's son has it much more easier to become an engineer than anyone else. A doctor's son doesn't need to pay money and can become a doctor. It's the same. The parents have worked really hard. Now, how can you take it away from the parents who have worked for 30, 40 years so much? Of course, they want their children to do well, right? So I don't really believe in nepotism, because all these kids who are coming from there, if they don't really work hard, they don't reach there. But yes, of course, nepotism is there, and nepotism is in every industry, I say. But that luck they have, but only, I would say 10%. Not 10% is also too much. I would say 3% of the nepo kids make it big. Not everyone.
Now we see the names which are 3% only. That is what you are saying. Like, 100 people and only 5 have made it.
100. There are so many superstars, kids with whom I have partied, and they wanted to become actors and they never became. And if you ask me even today, it's so crazy that you asked me this question. Jacqueline Fernandez is having no one here, but she's doing so well, so well. You know, Kriti Sanan doesn't have anyone here. She's doing so well. So Taapsee Pannu doesn't have anyone.
What about the actors, male actors?
Male actors, same. There is a Varun Dhawan, but how many more nepo kids are there who's doing so well? And I know Varun when he was an AD, and I've seen there were 20 ADs when he was an AD also, but I saw him working much more than all of the others. And I've also worked with heroes who are outsiders, and I look at them and I look at the hero and I'm like, shit man, if he would have worked so hard like Varun, he would have been a bigger star. Why are they not becoming a bigger star? So there are certain, of course, nepo kids have the plus point of reaching a point closer to the best script, closer to the best director, closer to the best production house. Yes, it's there, but they have to work equally like an outsider. Trust me on this, there is no easiness for anyone. If you want to become that top star, you have to let go a lot of things to be there.
What things? Everything. Your life.
personal life.
My
You can't have your amazing personal cool life and become a star. No, it's not possible.
But as a small towner, what we feel is
Mhm.
that the way, like I have a teammate who is an aspiring actor and who is into who has been giving auditions, trying to go into. He gets replaced overnight. Sometimes he gets thrown away from a script. He's just starting out, not a name at all,
Yeah.
but he's talented for sure. And then there are some scenes which he is supposed to do in a series, which he is not very comfortable doing. And in a family like ours, it's very big what you do on screen, and it resonates with everyone around you, and there are a lot of judgments being thrown at you. What is your take on this, being an insider?
Being an insider, it's not how badly you want it. No, there's a saying. Wait, let me just frame it rightly. It's not how you get it, it's how badly you want it. So in life, if you really want something, you won't look left, right, center. You can't look at the certificate given by your family and your cousins and your school friends who has no clue about the industry and say, oh my God, he did a nude scene. Oh my God, your friend might be a straight person and he has to maybe kiss a gay guy or he has to make out with a gay guy. Now, if he is going with that mentality, very openly, with my experience, I would say it's going to be very difficult for him because he is not doing what he is passionate about and is doing it to show off to other people. He's not doing it from within, and that's not good for this part.
But then you speak about the hard work as well.
Yes.
He's very hard work.
Yeah, but you cannot say that, okay, I don't want to talk about an actor, but me as a makeup artist, I still help the actress to wear the shoes. I still do body makeup on the feet. If the scene requires where the actress is sleeping and there's a lot of dirt, I don't look whether there are 200 people or 250 people. I don't see, oh, my mom is checking somewhere or there is a making guy shooting. I go and run and clean the feet of the actress. It depends on me how badly I want the next movie with the director or with the production house or with the actress again. So I cannot say, oh my God, I'm coming from this X amount of family or I can't do this. No, it is hard work. Now, if you need to be nude in front of camera, why are you not comfortable? There must be something which is not right. Maybe you're not confident with your body. Maybe you're not really confident about your sexuality itself. Because if you are with everything and if you're so confident, because I did a movie, this is a really good point what you said, because I work with this actress, Amala Paul, a superstar from South who has gone through a lot of ups and downs in her life, and her first Bollywood movie was done by me. So when she came to this city, she stayed here in the city for 6 months. She was living alone. She was learning day and night Hindi because she was very particular that she wants to say the dialogues. And the director took her, the production took her only because she had a huge hit in down south where she had to be nude. So she told me, Shan, she worked so hard for it to get the perfect body, to be on that diet, to be getting the character really perfectly right. It is a lot of hard work. So when you're mentally prepared for that fame, for that last goal, what you have in your mind, you will not see the small things.
You are, in a way, you are saying the ends justify the means. In a way.
Of course, once you're popular, once you're successful, everything is forgotten. Nothing is long lasting, first of all. Fame is not long lasting. Money is not long lasting. Everything is just for really, really short term. Like how you say fame is like a loan, because if you not pay every month the dues, it's over. You are over. You're forgotten. It takes you 1 month to be forgotten. People don't remember anything.
But then being in this industry for 20 plus years, what is your take? Is it worth it? Paying that price every day in and out?
It's completely worth it. It's an addiction. Fame is an addiction. Fame is an addiction because after a point, fame doesn't get you really work. Fame doesn't get you more money or anything. Fame is an addiction. Fame is pure addiction. It's that value we get when you go out. It's the value when you go and shop something outside. Someone coming and saying, oh my God, we love you. It's fame. It's an addiction. And if that stops one day, you feel empty. It's not that you are working for money or you want, like, why I'm sitting here. I had a shoot in the morning. It's that addiction. I want 10 more people to hear from me. You know, it's the addiction which people don't want to talk reality. A lot of them, they don't really need to work anymore. The
Right.
superstars have so much of money, they really don't need to work. But it's an addiction of love, attention, power. Fame is power. Fame
Right.
is really power.
The influence.
So this is all together a combination. It's like the craziest drug you can have.
But then, does this also take a toll on your mental health?
Of course,
So
completely.
how did you make it? What was your way of keeping and handling your mental balance as while doing things?
I need to tell you this really important is my upbringing was completely. I was born and brought up in a family where my four sisters were much more older, a very, very strict father, a man who went as the first generation to Germany 50 years before, who had no clue about life himself. A 20-year-old man going to Germany itself, he was clueless. But holding on the values, what he learned in a small city in Kerala and going to a big city, he really ruined my sister's life. Today, I love my dad, he's no more, but he actually ruined my sisters because my sisters were going to German school with the mentality of a strict father sitting as a South Indian man.
Right.
Okay. And it really ruined my sister's life. My sisters are 50 plus. And today my sisters are so clear how it affected them because my father, it's not even my father's mistake. It's the upbringing of my father. He saw what he, from his older brothers or mother or father hearing in the family. Now, I'm really blessed because I was already much younger to my sisters, and by the time when I was 14 my father passed away. So my mom became completely like a German mother who let me do what I wanted because my sisters couldn't live their lives, and my mom supported me left, right, center. It was a complete different life story for me. So for me, I don't see so many things what my cousins who are living in Kerala saying, oh my God, this is such a bad thing. Oh my God. I mean, for my family members, a sleeveless was a taboo. You know, a simple sleeveless blouse.
That is what I'm talking about.
It's a taboo.
Most of
it's
the India.
Upbringing. It's 90% of India. That's the India. I'm though very lucky I was born and brought up in abroad, but even the metro cities are like that. And that's why if you ask me what is the difference between Nepo kids is Nepo kids are just lucky kids who are born and brought up with very liberal parents who knows the industry so well. So there is no judgment in them. Now today, I tell you a small example. Anyone from abroad can wear a bikini and click picture and put in social media. In India, still a daughter cannot do it. Now, if some actresses wear skimpy clothes, people say, oh my God, how does she wear this? What is her parents thinking about it? How do they kiss in the screen? I mean, if you have parents who are open-minded, they will be just looking at the video and saying, oh my God, your bikini wasn't in good shape. You know what I mean? But that is not the problem. The real struggle comes from the family.
Right.
If
our own people, the close
our own
circle.
people, and you need to go away from those people. If you are stuck with these people, I say always to this, everyone, if you want to grow in your life, you cannot come with your childhood friends here. It's not possible. You cannot live with the people you have grown up together and had this same mentality of right and wrong. There's nothing right and wrong in this world. You can do whatever you want. It's man-made society also. Society said this is right and this is wrong. Who told blue is boy's color and red is woman's color? But it is put in our head. A boy wears a red outfit, I put nail paint. No, it's not because, of course, I like it also. I'm a makeup artist. But why is it only for girls? Why is it not for boys? Why cannot wear a watch which has diamonds? Why is it a diamond watch for girls? It is the society rules. And it is put engraved in our head so much that everyone is actually struggling to get out of it. And the really successful people have come out of it. If they were listening to the neighbors, if they were listening to the family, if they were listening to the cousins, they would never make it to the elite. So anyone who is successful, I would always say they have broken the first battle itself, going away from the people you born.
But doesn't that also kill the relationships that you have, the love that...
So what do you want? Do you want fame, money, or relationship? Then you are in the wrong place. Then you should go to the village and live there. I mean, no one is forcing you. You know, one thing Akshay sir said one time on set to an actress, and And it was so crazy. Akshay sir took a morning flight. He reached London and he had high fever. And this actress, she doesn't like water so much, like water in sense like when you're shooting water.
Okay.
And they had to be in water and it was really cold. And she got a little bit angry. Okay, she got a little bit angry and she was like, oh, I don't like this and blah blah. She was saying this. In the end, Akshay sir gave a really good answer. Akshay sir looked at her and said, मम्मी ने बोला, डैडी ने बोला, हीरोइन बनने के लिए. कौन बोला? किसका जरूरत है ये? So if you want to be a heroine, if you want to be the number one, if you want to make that paycheck, and if you want to have the power, ये करने पड़ेगा. And then in the afternoon, we got to know he had high fever and he was in the water. So it depends on you what you want. You know what I mean?
That is what the hard work
that
is for
is
you.
hard work.
Giving up everything else
And
that you-
giving up everything, giving up life, giving up relationship, giving up family, giving up everything. Time is gone. Time is gone. It never comes back. So that is what is hard work is. And
Right.
people consider hard work in a multiple way, in a wrong
Right,
way.
right.
No, it is you who wants to be here. It's you who wants to make it big. No one is asking. No one is asking you to do it. If you don't want it, don't worry. People forget you also. Don't worry about it. People forget everyone so fast. If people say, oh my God, in the 80s and 90s, it was a very famous dialogue of our actress. Are, I never wanted to be a heroine. Are, I was sitting here, I was standing here. That person saw me, this person saw me. I was selected for the film. Bullshit. You don't get selected. You don't get selected. You will not come in newspapers. You will not come in the front page. No. If actresses have said this in the 80s and 90s, they was just smart to make the commoners think, oh my God, it was so easy. No, it was always only one word, hard work. That can be from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100. And there's a lot of things around it. Now it depends on you where you want to be. I tell my niece always this. So one of my niece, she's a great, great singer, and she loves Beyonce. And she came. She's from Switzerland, and I brought her when she was 16. And she always used to say, "I want to be the Beyonce. I want to be the Beyonce." I said, "Choose wisely what you say. There are two types of singers. You can be the Beyonce who is there, or you can be this really simple person who has this beautiful apartment, makes enough good money, but have a simple life. Now, this is your choice. Do you want to live in this bungalow where fans are standing in front of your house, screaming for your name, making millions and billions? Or do you want to have a beautiful apartment, simple apartment, go on weddings, do small, small birthday parties, sing there, go to small, small places? You can live. It's your choice. Right. I can work with an A-grade actress also. I can work in a parlor also. Right. Now, it depends on me what I want. Whether I want to wear expensive things, whether I want to stay in 5-star hotels, whether I want to be recognized, it's all on me.
Right.
I cannot say, oh my God, this one told me and this one told me and that one told me. No, that's not happening.
That is such
it's
a beautiful,
here, how strong you are here.
Such a beautiful way to explain. So we do look at things very differently. And I've also been judged, and I have also been the person who judge others.
Oh,
I've been at both.
Yeah. We are humans. We do that. I do that all the time. I say all this, but I judge still.
But such a strong perspective. But then again, my question would be then, being in that zone, paying that price, how do you know if that is going to work out? You have worked with hundreds of actresses, thousands, I think.
Yes.
86 films.
Yes.
You have seen ups, you have seen downs, you have seen again ups and again down. And I have seen every actress has a graph of the career.
Always.
So how do you...
If you're longer than 7 years, you will have 2 graphs.
Strong graphs.
Yes.
So then what do you think? How does the... Not even actors. Every person has it. Actresses ka
let's not say actress.
Yeah.
Let's say
everybody has
being in the industry.
Everyone.
Whoever it is. It can be a sport boy. It can be a makeup artist. It can be a hairstylist. It can be a stylist. It can be a DOP. It can be a sound engineer. It can be a choreographer. It can be a light person. It can be whoever it is. DOP. Right. Whoever it is. It depends on you where you want.
What do you suggest to the people who are going from that downward spiral on the graph?
From up to down?
Yeah, down. They are going down, and they are still paying.
Stay away from drugs. If you are addicted to alcohol, drugs, then the down, it's very difficult to come up. But if you are a clean person, a healthy person, a person who does meditation and all, it's much more easier. But if you are addicted to any of this nonsense, because in this 20 years I've seen the comebacks only come to those people who are clean, focused, and doesn't give a shit about
what
the
was the
world will
pattern
say.
that you have seen with you as a
With
person?
myself,
Yes.
of course, I had many ups and downs. In that way, there were months, for 2-3 months, I was sitting at home without work. Of course, then you have to pull up your socks and make those calls. And I said in the starting itself, parties are really, really important.
So
Even
you
if you
go
don't
at the
like
work.
that, you have to still go and mingle with them and party with them, and maybe sometimes butter a little bit. What is wrong in that? It's in the end of the day, you need to survive, right? And some people, a lot of makeup artists call, especially when I was coming to Mumbai and when I was going my hype, a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, what is he? He just butters people and he gets his way around." Yes, maybe I did it. I mean, maybe I have that thing, and that is needed to do it. And that's when, do you want to meet or do you want to work with a makeup artist who's every day grumpy, every day fucking angry with you, every day being moody? No, you don't want to. Why do you want to be, as an artist, have an artist in front of you? No, you have, everyone has to do that job. Everyone has their do their jobs. That's it.
It was so different as a perspective. I will have one last question to
Okay.
you as my.
I mean, I want to say more now. Now I'm in that mood.
Okay.
Come on.
Should we go on?
Yes, let's
Okay.
go on.
So the one thing that I have been wondering is, and I want to know it from you, what is the difference working in Bollywood and the South industry?
Okay, Bollywood, South, and I'm adding Hollywood also.
International.
So before, when I reached my hype in like the top of Bollywood, when I was getting calls from all production house, all this kida came in me, and abhi to Hollywood ka time ho gaya, and I really worked hard. I got my first Hollywood film in Canada. I was there for 3 months.
Which one?
And Definition of Fear.
Okay.
Only one single Indian. It was really amazing. But on day 2, I realized, oh, I love Bollywood. Bollywood has, again, its ups and downs. Hollywood, that's when I realized immediately, oh no, I don't want to do Hollywood. But if you ask me down south and north, definitely north is, Bollywood is much more creative because there's more money involved. So money gets you the best. If you have the money to spend, you get the best DOP, you get the best director, you get the best location, you get the best costumes, you get the best makeup and hair. That needs money. Everything good needs money, and that talent comes automatically there. But South, the problem is, it's still a little bit, what I've noticed is it's still a little bit more, though they're making a lot of money today,
Right.
but they're still a little bit behind. They are only seeing the hero, heroine, who the people who needs to get money. The rest of the people can be still paid less. So a lot of people don't go there, and including me. I mean, for me right now, South would never pay what I getting paid in Bollywood. They would never pay. So why to go? So that is the difference only. But I feel South and North is becoming completely equal, and definitely South has better scripts and better movies than North right now. Definitely. So in that way, I don't see much difference, but I don't see much about any of these places.
Don't you think that the era of Shah Rukh, Salman, and Amir is happening in South right now? The superstardom.
It is, but the problem right now is what I see even down south. I was talking to one quite popular director down south, and we were discussing something, and he's really known down south. And he was like, earlier, the lifespan of an actor or an actress was really long because there was no other options, and they wanted to know this person can make money. And so they were working with that same person again and again. Now, the future, if an artist gets 2 to 3 films or 4 films, what's happening in Hollywood? How many movies do you see of the superstars there? They come in 3, 4 films and then they're vanished. It's not like India where heroes are there for 30 years and 25 years. No, that is going to go for definitely. I feel an artist is lucky if he gets 3 to 4 films because there's too much of content and people get bored too fast these days. And the generations are changing so quick. So if an artist gets 3 or 4 films, I mean, they're lucky. I mean, I don't think there will be an era of Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, or any of the superstars we had for so many long, amazingly. Even down south, if you look, Rajinikanth, Mammootty, Mohanlal, Vijay, Ajit, all of them, they had an unbelievable 20, 25 years of career span. So I don't think that is going to happen. But I don't know if
Right.
someone is really smart and put in the money and has the right connection and is not coming from a small mentality, you never know what can change in lives.
That take on mentality was very strong. Very
No, I
strong.
always believe one thing, and I tell it to my nieces and my nephews who has the same dream to come to this industry. I say, there's nothing right and wrong. And people can say, oh my God, what is this? What is that? There's nepotism, there's this and that's. Of course, everything is there. Everything is there. I'm not saying no, it's this beautiful, clean place. No, but there's nothing right and wrong. And if you can train your brain from day one itself to a 16, 17-year-old girl, it is just what you want. It's just how badly you want it. And it's just about for yourself. I would always say, of course, you spoke about Me Too also before. And yeah, of course, you cannot push someone and you cannot do something like that. That's completely unfair. It's no, 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 no. But otherwise, there's nothing right and wrong in life. Like if that person is attracted to the other person, there's nothing there to stop.
No judgments at all.
No judge. Who are we to judge? We are no one to judge.
Self-judgments I'm talking.
I
But
mean, no one is worried
the
about
mentality.
self-judgmental. Everyone is more worried about the society, what the society will think. So if that is gone from your head, I think there's nothing to stop you.
That's a very strong statement to say, but a very, very hard belief to get inside of yourself. To be unshaken by the judgments and still be there.
People will judge you. Whether you do it or you don't do it, people will judge you.
Right.
When success comes, people will judge you. But there is one thing. Like in some interviews, some star says there's no friends.
Yes.
And the day you bring that 100 crores or 200 crores,
Everyone is your friend.
Everyone is your friend. That's the truth. Success does that to you. And I've seen that with my eyes. Success, if you can bring that money to the producer's table, and if you can bring the theater getting full house, or if you can bring value to, this is about actors and actresses we are talking about. We are talking also about, and this entire thing is not only in acting and actresses, there's also there in makeup field. It's also there in hair field. There are so many, but nobody wants to know about it because
It's not so glamorous.
It's not that glamorous, but this is happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. It's happening in choreography. It's happening in every field.
Right.
And we all know this. And it's not today. It started in Cleopatra's days. If you watch the show Cleopatra, you will understand completely. Like she became Cleopatra because it was always there. It was always there. Even Jesus said, like, you can throw on that person the stone if you have never done any sin. So it has been always there. But it is how the society has seen right and wrong. And the more modern, the more opened up, the more you travel the world, the more you mingle with people. The most important is traveling the world, of course. I would say traveling the world and meeting people and knowing people, and also getting out of the things what we are taught when we were children, from like that should go out. Like, I tell you the truth, when I did the movie Murder 2, my family came to me and said, oh my God, how did Jackie even do that? This was the first question, okay? And lots of my cousins said, oh my God, how did she even do that? How did she even wear a bikini so easily? I said, her mom wears bikini. They are so modern. Her mom wears bikini. Her sister wears bikini. Her father is too cool. And her mom was on the shoot. And the mom was looking and saying, yeah, the bikini could have been a little bit more better, like a better quality of bikini, like an Armani bikini. That is the difference. If you are born and brought up in a family which is very normal, I mean, it's not a taboo. But for my family to see the movie itself was a taboo. Oh my God, how to watch it with family. I was like, God, guys,
what do you say to the people? What do you say to the people who are...
Grow up, let go the past, completely let go the past, find new friends. Find new friends who are dreamers, find friends who are achievers, find friends who are successful. Automatically your life will change.
Thank you so much, Shan.
Thank
I
you
think
so much.
we can just go on and on. We should have part 2 of this. I'll
Part
have
2.
to-
Come on, guys. Let us know if you guys need part 2 because now I got into it. I was a little bit
Yeah.
confused. So
No, you were not
thank you so
confused,
much.
not
Means
at
a
all.
lot. And I hope to you all that your audience will learn something out of it. And please, guys, keep your mind open. Sky's not even the limit for all of us. Work hard, work hard, work hard. And that's the biggest shortcut. Nothing else.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.